Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So starting off with Euro USD, and I just want to pop across to the daily here. So you can see we've been going sideways for quite some time now, but look at the oscillators. Price keeps popping a little bit higher, and then the oscillators are slipping lower. So there is a huge amount of diversions here. Big up, big down, and now we're busy with another big up at the moment. So for me, this is still a situation of staying well away from this. You can see the massive move down yesterday, and this morning it's been a gap up, and now we're coming up past structure and obviously waiting to see what we're going to test next. I would argue that this is the level we're stretching for, so in other words, exhaustion bars sideways and then roll, but moving averages are not helping us at the moment. Oscillators are getting to the same kind of decision point. So we do have data coming out today, non-farm payroll, so I think I will just continue to sit on my hands on the dollar for now. Moving across to US dollar Japanese yen. Last week was a big up, this week's been a big down. So that is a confusion pattern of note, and that's on the weekly. Bit of diversions brewing here. There's a swing low of last week, and this is where we are at the moment in amongst the moving averages. And really nothing really to play for here. We were looking for sort of rejection here, which is what we got, and then that was a target level we were aiming for, so that trade played out. But for me at the moment, with the data coming out, I think it's probably wiser to sit on hands. This is all indicating that this is going to continue falling. So if you are an adrenaline junkie, this structure that you see here, see this tail there, that's probably well worth paying attention to, but that would be at gap close. Alternatively, pick up one of these levels here. So essentially what you're looking to do is short off 134462. I suspect if we start breaking below the low of last week, you're going to have a concerted effort at getting down to closing that gap at 133050. But anyway, for me, the dollar is a no-no. We've got non-farm payrolls today, and I'll wait for that data before jumping in, which means next week we'll pick that up. Moving on to British pound Japanese yen, we are in a fairly decent area. We haven't quite tagged it properly. Inside bar, a bit of structure, oscillators grouped nicely, diversions, everything pointing towards this is the area we need to get in for the long. And then on the 1 hour, we've got a bit of a different story. You can see oscillators grouping up. We're below the moving averages, and we're looking for a rejection here. So yeah, I would argue that we are more than likely coming back to 168.034. You can see we didn't quite get there yesterday. Oscillators are indicating the same thing. And again, non-farm payrolls will influence this pair as well. But this is the area I'd be paying attention to, 168.034. But I want proper structure on it. And you can probably look at it on the 3 hour to wait for that structure. Should form as a double bottom with a bit of a wedge here. So don't know if that's going to play out today, but it's definitely brewing, which is going to be a fairly decent move all the way back to 172.086 as the first move. Then we get through that, then we should get a fairly decent measured move from the bottom here to the top there, and you're going to measure that from this level just past this high. So this is still a wait and see situation. Moving on to Euro British Pound. So now the short played out yesterday quite nicely. Not so sure I want to be short at the moment. That move has played out. So you can see we do have a bit of a flag forming here, and the oscillators are agreeing with it. So probably a scalp. Don't like that level. Let's just look for the next one. That's probably the right way to look at this. So that's 0.87695. Looking for a rejection here. There's a bit of a gap here. Do this on the 15 minutes. Just want to pick up that gap. Okay, gap's not visible on the 15 minutes. But nevertheless, this is the bit of structure you're looking for. Could be a flag set up. You wait. This pullback will be the retest, or it would be a channel. And we're looking for rejection there for a move to the downside. This level here can come into play, 0.87604. we could reject this and then continue on our merry way to the downside. The level that you'd be chasing is going to be, got that wrong, and I did it again. Let's just do this here. There we go. So that's kind of what I would suspect you're going to be looking for, 0.87357. So the bigger picture here on the weekly is massive consolidation range, but you can see how we are forming sort of lower highs, and we sitting at a base here. So this, if this structure does break this week, I would expect to bump our heads there and then sort of start moving down. Oscillators have crossed over on the faster moving oscillator, slow moving oscillator is about to cross over on the weekly, and that is going to set up a little bit of a move to the downside. So anyway, that would target any one of these big tails here. So for me today, just be very careful on Forex. It's a day-to-day, and it's a day-to-day that is typically very wild. So probably best just to sit back and wait for the chaos to finish. Anyway, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. No, I lie. We'll catch up with you on Monday morning. Enjoy the weekend. Cheers for now.